So a lot of people have probably already seen this with the new Superman TV spot. A lot of people already, of course, have their opinions made up. Classic gun gooner versus Snyder cult situation. You get pretty much all the expected overreactions that came with it. Of course, with the Snyder cult, they were never going to like it. They were automatically set against it and probably weren't going to accept it no matter what. Just pick it apart. And then, of course, pretty much the gun shills all fell into lockstep to just get insanely defensive over this shot. Anybody who even said that it looked weird to them was just completely ripped apart, because you're just not allowed to criticize this movie at all, apparently. And it's just so dumb because it's just so predictable. I could probably tell you exactly the reactions that most of the usual suspects will have when this movie actually comes out. I could guarantee, no matter how bad or good it is, both of them already have their opinions made up. I might even just do a template Snyder Cult review of it and a template Gun Glazer review of it, because I can guarantee I could probably call everything that both of them are going to say, and it's just kind of hilarious. They act exactly like each other and have no self-awareness that they do. And I feel like everyone's kind of lambasting the Snyder Cult side of it because, you know, they're kind of an easy target at this point, easy to pick on, and pretty much everybody just sides against them automatically. But I feel like no one's really talking about, I heard Real Shift say this, and I actually really like this phrase, being a corporate apologist for this movie. And what I'm talking about that is that aspect of you're just not allowed to be critical at all of this movie. You're not allowed to say something looks weird or you don't really, you know, vibe with it. And the thing is too, a lot of people that are saying like, I don't know, this just doesn't look right to me. And I'll say, it didn't really look right to me when I first saw it. I didn't even think it was real. I didn't think it was an actual TV spot, because I kind of just saw the GIF on Twitter of the barrel roll and Superman flying, and I thought that it was AI or just not real. But even having a minor criticism of it automatically gets you labeled a Snyder cultist, automatically gets you this dismissive opinion that you're just nitpicking, that you're not allowed to have this. Like, it genuinely feels like this is the movie that is completely above criticism and you're not allowed to say anything about it without the mob coming after you, which is pretty ironic because that was the criticism that they held towards, you know, Snyder's DC movies. The main criticism being that if you had anything critical to say about Batman vs Superman or, you know, the Snyder Cut, that they'd come after you in droves. But genuinely, it feels like that's starting to kind of turn, and I think that eventually it's just kind of the way that DC fans are now, and they will soon have the reputation. And the thing is too, a lot of these people are people that kind of are, for lack of a better word, they're corporate bootlickers. No matter what, even if they cancel Gunn's Superman universe in the DCEU, they're just gonna eat up whatever Warner Brothers puts out next. They don't really have any loyalty to specific creators, actors, anything like that. I don't know, they're not really exactly fans of DC. It feels like more like they're fans of Warner Brothers. But I don't know why it's just so out of the question for it to just look weird to some people. Like, there were a lot of normal accounts and people that just thought it looked kind of off, and they got dogpiled on for it. Feels like you're not allowed to say anything about it at all. And obviously some of the reactions are overreactions. There are some people that are freaking out over a 2-second clip, and it's a little overboard, it's a little much, and I get that. I think it's very fair to criticize that. But at the same time, I feel like those overreactions are being conflated with people that just kind of don't, they think it looks off, think it looks a little weird. And those same people are getting conflated with everybody. There's some odd narrative out there that if you are critical of the shot or think it looks weird, you are, you know, saying something bad about David Cornsweet's physical features or his face, when it's like, no, that's not the case. And the goalpost kind of shifted after it was found out that it wasn't CGI and that it is just his face. But the thing is, it's not his face that looks weird. He looks fine in every other shot in the regular trailer. It's just that when you have this wide angle lens up to a guy's face, it's going to distort his features a little bit. His eyes are going to look a little funny. He's going to look a little bit, you know, that happens no matter what. Like I said, people are just being unnecessarily defensive of this clip when it really doesn't need that. It's fine to say that it looks a little off, especially too, I mean, some people, they think that the trailer looked great, this shot looks weird, but it's being treated in such a tribalistic way. And are people overreacting? Yeah, but it totally goes both ways. I think that that's the side that isn't really being talked about. It really is just kind of being assumed that if you had anything bad to say about this clip, it's because you're a disgruntled Snyder fan. Are there plenty of those reactions? Yes, but it's so weird to just dismiss all opinions on it because you want it to be true. You don't want this to be the case that some people just found it to be a bit odd. But this is just another very predictable chapter in the cycle of the Snyder cult versus the gun gooners. Most predictable thing ever. It's pretty easy that you could tell exactly what everyone's reaction is going to be to everything before anything even happens, because it's tribalism. They blindly follow whatever side they're on, and they find purpose in odd communities, odd ways, whether it be corporate apologism or shackling yourself to a director who really doesn't have any interest in coming back. But those are just my thoughts. Let me know what you think in the comment section. I'd love to hear. I'm GM Light. Have a good one.